Good morning, boys and girls. So we are wrapping up chapter 2 of math. And let me tell you, we've learned a lot of stuff. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to do a quick video for each lesson, and then you need to answer questions on each lesson, and all be done in quizzes. Okay, make sure you're watching these lessons because it's very important. All right, so the first lesson was addition properties and subtraction rules. Well, we use addition properties and subtraction rules to add and subtract. It's that easy. The properties and rules help us add numbers mentally, and there are 3 main properties of addition and 2 subtraction rules. Boys and girls, again, we had commutative property. Okay, this just states order doesn't matter. 3 plus 1 is 4. Same thing as 1 plus 3 equals 4. Order does not matter. Then we talk about the associative property, and this states that the way that which numbers are grouped when added does not change the sum. Here we have 6 plus 5 in parentheses plus 2, and over here we have 6 plus in parentheses 5 plus 2. When you add this number sentence and you add this number sentence, you both come to 13. So doesn't matter how they're grouped. Here 6 and 5 are grouped first. Over here 5 and 2 are grouped. Doesn't matter with addition. And then the identity property just states that the sum of any number and 0 is a number. 9 plus 0 is 9. 0 plus 9 is 9. Subtraction rule. When you subtract 0 from any number, the result is a number. Example, 7 minus 0 equals 7, or 5 minus 0 equals 5. Our other subtraction rule is when you subtract any number from itself, the result is 0. Example, 8 minus 8 equals 0, 4 minus 4 is 0. So that's our first lesson, very quick. I hope you're ready to answer some questions. Okay, so lesson 4 was about estimating sums and differences. All right, so when you ever see the word about in any type of word problem, that tells you to estimate. All right, so whenever you see the word about, you should find an estimate. An estimate is an answer close to the exact answer. When estimating, you can round to the nearest 10, the nearest 100, nearest 1,000, or 10,000. Now, what I do want to tell you is sometimes the problems will tell you what to round to. Other times, you can round to whatever you think is best. So here we have estimate 1,262 plus 639. Well, the directions tell us to round to the nearest hundreds. Well, 1,262 becomes 1,300. 639 will round to 600. And when you add 1,300 plus 600, you get 1,900. We can do the same thing when we are doing subtraction problems. The word says estimate. 798 is 246. Directions tell us to round to the nearest tens place and then subtract. Well, 798, if we round to the nearest tens place, is going to become 800. 246 to the nearest tens place becomes 250. Well, when you subtract 800 minus 250, you get 550. Okay, and again, sometimes it will tell you what to round to. Look at this problem. They want you to round to 10, round to the hundreds. Some of the problems will tell you what to round to. Others will not. If they don't tell you, then you make that decision. All right, I hope you're ready to do some problems. All right, so now we're going to think about lesson 5, which lesson 5 is adding whole numbers. Boys and girls, if you can add 2 numbers plus 2 numbers, you can do 6 numbers plus 6 numbers. Real simple. Remember, when we're adding or subtracting multi-digit numbers, you want to be neat and you want to go slow. Take your time. All right, so I have 610,328, and I need to add 12,492 to find a sum. Well, I start in the ones place value. 8 plus 2 is 10. You know in the ones place value you can only put a 1-digit number there. So 8 plus 2 is 10. The 0 goes there. Bring the 1 up, regrouping it. Boys and girls, I always circle and put a plus sign because I'm telling you right now, this is where most mistakes are made. You don't put it there. Then you forget about it. Okay, so I have 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 9. Well, you tell me, what is it? It's 12. Good job. Put the 2 here. Regroup the 1. Circle it so you don't forget about it. 1 plus 3 is 4. Plus 4 is 8. Real simple. 0 plus 2 is 2. 1 plus 1 is 2. And 6 plus nothing is 6. So when I add 610,328 plus 12,492, I get 622,820. All right. And the next problem, I have 288,634 plus 27,766. 4 plus 6 is 10. Drop your 0 in, regroup the 1, circle it so you don't forget it. 1 plus 3 plus 6 is 10. Drop your 0, regroup the 1. 1 plus 6 is 7 plus 7. Well, that's double facts. 7 plus 7 is 14. Regroup the 1. Wow, we're doing a lot of regrouping here. So 8 plus 1 is 9. Plus 3, what is it? 12. Drop your 2, regroup the 1. 8 plus 1 is 9. Plus 2 is 11. Regroup the 1. And then 2 plus 1 is 3. Wow, we did a lot of regrouping here. So when you add these two numbers, your sum is 312,400. Get ready to do some problems. All right, so this next quick lesson is subtracting, and we're going to do subtraction and then subtraction across zeros. And guys, it's super easy. It really is. It's just like addition. You need to take your time. All right, so my first problem I'll do here is 63,581 minus 37,529. Okay, so we have a 5-digit number minus a 5-digit number. My place values are lined up. It's a subtraction problem. Boys and girls, you can even put a line if you need to put a line to separate your place value. Okay, do whatever you need to do to make sure that you do this correctly. All right, so I start out with 1 minus 9. I can't do. I go to my neighbor. Is there 1 to regroup? Yes. Cross the 8 out. First step. This needs to be done first. 8 becomes a 7, and the 1 that you took from there goes right in front of the guy that needs help. 11 minus 9. Well, guys, if you don't know your facts, go from 9 and count up to 11. It's 2. 7 minus 2 is 5. 5 minus 5 is 0. 3 minus 7, can't do. But does your neighbor have 1 that you can take? Yes. Step 1, cross him out, reduce him by 1. He becomes 5. The 1 that you took from here goes right in front of the guy that needs help. So 3 becomes 13. 13 minus 7, and again, if you don't know your facts, count up from 7 to 13. Should be 6, and 5 minus 3 is 2. How do I make sure it's right? You do the opposite. So I take the 26,052. I'm going to add it to 37,529. So let's see if I'm right. Well, 2 plus 9 is 11. We know you can only put 1 digit in 1's place value. Circle it. Don't forget it. I have 5 plus 1 is 6 plus 2 is 8. 0 plus 5 is 5. 6 plus 7, well, 13. Okay, bring the 1 over, regroup it. And then this equals 2 plus 1 plus 3 is 6. Is this what I started out with? Yes. So then you know you've done a good job. All right, let's do a problem across zeros because, again, guys, it is super easy if you take your time. So we're just going to make this easy one. 25,000 minus, I don't know, 3,986. Okay. We're subtracting across zeros. Well, start here. 0 minus 6. Can I do it? No. Does your neighbor have 1 that you can take? No. Does this neighbor have 1? No. This neighbor does. So you take 1 from the 5. He becomes a 4. And the 1 that you took has to go right directly next to him, to that neighbor. Still over here. Can't do. Is there 1 there that I can take? Nope. But there is 1 at this guy. So cross him out. He becomes a 9. The 1 that you took goes right there. I'm still stuck here. 0 minus 6. Can't do. Go to your neighbor. Well, he now has something that you can take. Take 1 away from 10, becomes a 9, and bring the 1 over there. And then it's just strictly subtracting. 10 minus 6 is 4. 9 minus 8 is 1. 9 minus 9 is 0. 4 minus 3 is 1. And then 2 minus nothing. Okay? Well, we know we need to prove it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my answer of my subtraction problem. I'm going to do the opposite operation, and I'm going to add what we subtracted out. Let's see if it works. I hope it works, because you know what, guys? Sometimes I'm known to make a mistake. Okay, let's see. So 4 plus 6 is 10. Drop your 0 in, regroup the 1. 1 plus 1 plus 8 is 10. Regroup the 1. 1 plus 9 is 10. Regroup the 1. And then 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 3 is 5. 2 plus nothing. 25,000 is what I started with. All right, so you are going to get ready to do some problems. Boys and girls, especially when we start doing this type of work, you really need a piece of paper and pencil. Take your time to solve the problems, because on these questions, they give you plenty of time to solve it. Not only solve it, but then make sure it's right. All right. Okay, so lesson 8 was problem solving by drawing a diagram. So Alexander pays $799 for his laptop. He also buys a case for $68 and a mouse for $12. How much did he spend in all? All right, so we need to understand. We need to read the problem and identify the important information. What facts do we know? Well, we know he spent $799 for a laptop. I know that he also bought a case for $68. And I know that he also spent $12 for a mouse. Okay, not a little furry kind, the kind that you need for a computer. What do I need to know? Well, I need to find out is how much money did he spend? How much did he spend in all together? Okay, so, and we know in class we talked about making a plan, okay, for solving the problem. We talked about making a diagram, and we followed the plan. All right, so in this case, we would draw a diagram. Now, this diagram, we're breaking it up into 3 parts. This is the laptop, this is the case, this is the mouse. This is what we don't know, okay, and that's what we need to find out. So to find the answer, we need to add $799 plus 68 plus 21. So if I go over here and if I add $799, and I'm going to add $68 and $12, and then add it up, let's see what we get. Well, I like to make tens. So 8 plus 2 is 10, plus 9 is 19. All right. I know 9 plus 1 is 10, plus 6 is 16, plus 1 is 17. We group that 1. 7 plus 1 is 8. So he spent $879. Okay. So altogether, for all 3 items, he spent $879. Well, how do I know that it's right? What can I do? Well, we can round to estimate, right? If I round $799, I'm going to round it to 800. $68, I'm going to round to 70. And $12, I'm going to round to 10. Okay, so this one here, you can round it differently. So I have 800 plus 70 plus 10 is 880. Is that close to what I spent? Yep. All right, so you're going to get ready to do some problems, guys. Okay, so the last lesson that we had in Chapter 2 was Lesson 9, and it was solving multi-step word problems. And we know multi-step means, oh, you might have to do 2, 3, or 4 things in a problem, okay? And we had said it's not that hard if you read the word problems carefully and understand what it wants you to do. All right, so we know a sentence that contains an equal sign is called the equation. Both sides of the equal signs are equal, or they're balanced. Look at this scale here. We use a variable, which is a symbol, and it's usually a letter to represent what we don't know, the unknown. All right, so let's take a look at this problem. Jake has 10 marbles. Well, guys, whenever I see numbers, I start to underline because it just takes it to the forefront of my mind. So Jake has 10 marbles. Brady has 5 marbles. They gave a few marbles to Nathan. They gave a few marbles to Nathan. Well, first of all, I don't know how many they gave him. And think about, if you give something, are you adding or are you subtracting? I think that's subtraction when you give something. All right, so they gave some marbles to Nathan. They have 11 marbles now. How many marbles did they give to Nathan? Okay, so we write our number equation, our number sentence equation, and it's 10, which represents Jake, plus 5, which is Brady's, minus m, this is our variable. Okay, this is what they gave to Nate. All right, and again, it's subtraction, but we don't know. And then equals 11. All right, well, when we go ahead and we solve it, we go 10 plus 5 is 15. 15 minus m equals 11. All right, well, think about it. 15 minus what equals 11? 4. So we would say that m equals 4. Now, you want to make sure that that works. So I go back to my number sentence. I'm going to rewrite my number sentence and plug in what I think m is. All right, so I have 10 marbles from Jake plus 5 marbles. We gave 4 marbles to Nate, and it should equal 11. So my equation here should be equal. The left side should be the same as the right. Well, 10 plus 5 is 15, minus 4 equals 11, and then 15 minus 4 is 11. All right, so your equation is equal, so you know that your problem is correct. All right, let's do one more. Zoe's bowling team has 16 girls and 7 boys. One of the girls quit the team. How many players do they have now? Well, I know there's 16 girls, 7 boys, and 1 girl quit. And you have to think, if 1 girl quits, would that be addition or subtraction? I think that's subtraction. So my equation is 16 plus 7 minus 1 equals P for how many, the players. And if I do 16 plus 7 and then minus 1, my players, there's 22 players. All right, so you're going to have a couple word problems that you need to do. Take your time, write your equation out. Think about what the words are telling you. All right, guys, have fun.